Hello everybody, welcome back and thank you for joining me for another video. You're probably wondering what's in the big box. Well, let me tell you. So, it's been a while, but holidays and the New Year and Christmas and all that, just kind of got in the way. But Lolivefe and I are back and we are doing a new kit, a new sale kit. So, back by popular demand. Do you remember, if you are a longtime viewer, we did a sea turtle kit, and this is one of the pieces I made. Do you remember this guy? How cute. I loved him so much I kept him, and I had him hanging in my home, in the old home. But now I'm in my new home, and I don't really have anywhere to put him. So this guy is available for purchase for anyone who is interested in this sea turtle. I believe this is a 16-inch round. So yeah, but the kit is back. It's a little different, but it is back. So let me do an unboxing and show you what comes with the kit. Oh, and by the way, if you're interested in that, you can email me at kanella@gmail.com. All right, let me show you what this kit entails, shall we? So we have, of course, a 16-inch MDF round with a metal, not plastic, not 3D printed, metal stencil, okay? Metal sea turtle stencil, okay? Then you get 2 packs of the 250 mil, which is this size here, the 250 mil Lolivefe squeeze bottles, okay, 250 mil, you get 10 of them. So each packet has 5 in it. So 10 of those. Let me take those out. All right. Whoa, whoa. Oh, one almost fell off the table. Then you get 10 of the 150 mil. Now these are the ones I use most for my blowouts that you see behind me always. So you get 10 of these. Let's put these over to the side. There's a lot of fun stuff in here, folks. All right, so you get 10 of those, the 150 mil. Then you get 4 of these little silicone mixing bowls. So you get 4 of these, perfect for mixing, and then easy wash, easy cleanup. You get 4 of those, and with those, you get, you get 2 of these plastic stir sticks, so you get that. Then you get 4 of these 1 cup measuring cups. You get 4 of them, 4 of those. Then you get 2 of the large stir stick spatulas. And then you get a pack of these little mini guys. These are great if you're using TLP piggies. They're great for scooping the pigments out. You get 10 in here. And then you get these little beakers. These are actually cute. You get 5 of these. So let me pull one out there. So these are great, cute little beakers. You get 5 of those, 5 pack of that. Then you get 2 bottle brushes. You get this big guy and then you get these little guys. So you get 2 bottle brushes. And all of that I just showed you, all of this, has a value of $150 and you can get it for 40% off. So the price is now $90, okay? And if you are one of the first 25 people to order, the first 25 only will get, not this empty bag, you will get a jumbo silicone mat and the Lolivefe scraper, all right? So if you are one of the first 25 people to order this kit, you will get this and this for free. It is a $39 value. You get it for free. All right. So that is the kit. So let me put it all back in here. And remember, the kit is worth $150 and you can get it now for 40% off. And the total would be $90. So great kit. Supplies and quantity are limited though, because there's a limited supply of the turtles and stuff. So I suggest you hurry on up. Actually, why don't you hit pause? Hit pause on the video and go to lolivefe.com and order the kit. Be one of the first 25. Get the free jumbo mat and scraper. And we're gonna get started on today's fun kit. So let me close this up. Let me put it here on the floor. And let me, oh, jeez. Almost ripped the plastic right off my table. And then, oh, look, I missed a bottle. Oops. Let me show you the dried results of the last painting for Deirdre. Hello. Look at this. Little Juno hair. Come on, off you go. There you go. Look at that. Dried perfectly. Is it dark? Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. But nothing a top coat of resin cannot fix. Good old Krystal Resin. But look at that. Actually, oh, I don't know if I can get them both in the shot at the same time. Let's see. Oh, maybe I can. So this one goes this way. And I think actually she goes this way. This is how I originally painted it. Yes. Look at that. I mean, talk about matchy-matchy. Fully on the sides. There you go. There they are, both together. Look at that. Let me see if I can raise it, actually. Yep, there you go. Side-by-side diptych. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Can't buy it because they're already spoken for by Deirdre. So there you have it. They need resin, obviously. I got a lot of resin work to do, my friends. I have so many paintings that need resin, and I haven't gotten to it because I'm so busy with spinners. Now, really quickly before we get to today's video, which is going to be a long one because there are multiple steps to this. Really quickly, Fluid Art Experience, Dallas, Texas, happening April 16th to the 19th. Actually, here, while I sit and jibber jabber to you guys, you might as well have something pretty to look at. There, how about that? So, Dallas, Texas. Here, I'll do this. Look at that. Isn't that cute? That's better. Now you have something to look at because, you know, you can't see my face. There. Dallas, Texas. Look at that. That's perfect. April 16th to 19th. www.fluidartexperience.com. I'm teaching 8 classes this time. It's always 6. This year we're doing 8. So I'm teaching white base blowout, black base, large canvas. I'm teaching 2 bloom classes for the bloom technique, and I'm teaching a resin class. It's a 2-in-1. So you're actually getting 2 classes in one. It is a top coat resin class, and it is an abstract resin class using TLP piggies. And guess what? Metal stencils of all kinds. So if you want to come and learn with me, go to the website, buy your tickets, and there's a discount for the hotel as well at the Renaissance. So all the information is in the link below. Speaking of links, I now finally have the link to the website for my Spokane, Washington all-inclusive Lakeside retreat. So if you are interested in finding out more information and how to sign up and what cabins to choose and all that fun stuff, there is now a link, and the link is in the description below, okay? If you have any questions, feel free to email me or put it in the comments below, but the link is now live, and I already have everyone who pretty much came to my retreat last year has signed up again to come back, so spots are actually pretty limited already, and if they sell out, then there will be a waiting list. So if you are interested in coming to the retreat, check out the link below. Let me see, is that it? I think so for now. But yeah, so that's my information. Dallas, Texas, Spokane, Washington, June 5th to 8th. I guess I should have mentioned that. June 5th to 8th. And then I'll be planning Montreal in July. And then I'm planning Niagara Falls on the Canadian side in September. So, and then somewhere in the springtime, maybe May, I'll be doing a class here in London, Ontario, in my home workshop here in the studio. All right. Spinners. I went to Home Depot and got a new batch of wood. Spinner production will commence this weekend, actually. And if you want to be on the order list in the queue for a spinner, whether it's a small, medium, or the Octo XL, actually, there we go, Octo XL, small, medium, or small, large, I mean. They're dirty, obviously, because I use them. So we've got small, large, Octo XL with expandable arms. Okay, right now they're tucked in, but they expand. This expands to 33.5 inches. This one's 21.5 inches, and this one's 14.5 inches. So if you want to know more about this one in more detail and how big a canvas it can do, check out video number 840. The intro of that video talks about this in depth, okay? So, and then you can decide if you want to get a silicone mat with, where's my mat? Oh, it's on the other side of my table. Never mind. You can get a silicone mat with them for a little extra charge. But yes, there you go. Those are my spinners. Okay, I'm going to get started on today's video. So let me get myself set up and I'll be right back. Okay, everybody. So let's get started and let me tell you what my thoughts are for this awesome kit. I haven't done this before, so I'm literally flying by the seat of my pants on this one. And I'm on the other side of my table because on that side of the table, I have my previous painting, the nice 20 by 20 on the black base commission for my client, literally still drying on the other side because I did it like 4 hours ago. So let me tell you my thoughts on this. So what you see here, let's start off with that, is my Octo XL spinner. All right, so there's my Octo XL, and you can see I have adjusted it to my pour for today. So I've brought the arms in. This is the best part about my Octo XL. It is adjustable. So I've brought the arms in because, I'll tell you why. Because I'm not doing a very big piece today. And I'll tell you what's happening today. So I've got my Lolivefe silicone mat. And you can see I've brought all my arms in. So these ones are covered here. These are still a little exposed. But again, if you saw like 2 videos ago, I showed you guys these really cool cellophane baggies that you can buy a pack of 300 off Amazon. And you could just put them on there. So let's say this was actually on here. And then the silicone mat goes over it. And you know what the best part is? Look how tight it is. I'm shaking the camera, sorry. But look, it doesn't even move. So actually, come to think of it, look at this. Look, see? It's like stuck. So this plastic really sticks to the silicone mat, which is great. So that means nothing is gonna move on your silicone mat and the plastic thingies are gonna stay in place and it protects your arms. Now, I'm not putting them on my arms because I don't care if my arms get dirty because A, I clean them off, and B, if they get so dirty, I'll just make some more on my laser machine. So, you know. All right, so I've brought my arms in on my Octo XL, and then I have this wood round here. It's covered in plastic. It's still in its original packaging. And the reason I'm using it is because it's covered in plastic. You can use whatever you want. You can use a round and cover it in plastic yourself, but this one was already covered in plastic because I don't want to get it dirty. Okay, I don't want to get this dirty if it didn't have plastic on it. And then I'm using a smaller Lolivefe mat to cover it. Now, of course, the sides aren't covered, but again, this is covered in plastic, so it should protect the this wood board. Oh, actually, I just saw a little hole right here. And if that gets paint on it, which it will, it's gonna ruin the side of my board. So Hold please. Now I'm gonna go get some tape to tape the side of this because I really don't want the side of this really expensive panel to get paint all over it. So give me a sec, I'm gonna cover it, be right back. I'm back. I just literally covered the sides really quickly with tape. And if I do happen to get tape on it, is what it is, I'll just sand it off. But if you have a larger silicone mat than what your base is, that's fine then you're good. But I don't have another one of these big ones. I only have this little guy, so it is what it is. Now, here's my thought process. I am going to do a bloom blowout right here on this silicone mat. Right on the silicone mat. And then I'm gonna let it dry. And then I'm going to peel it off of the silicone mat. Because then what I wanna do, I haven't decided what I'm gonna do yet. I'm either going to place the turtle on top of, let's call it, it's gonna be a paint skin. That's what we call it when we peel it off the table or a mat. We call those paint skins. So I'm gonna peel the paint skin off, and then I'm gonna find like the perfect design that I want. And then I'm gonna put the turtle, here's the thing, either put the paint skin under the turtle and have the design come through the little holes of the turtle, or, again, I haven't decided yet, or I'm going to put the paint skin over the turtle, and then I'm going to take a very sharp utility knife and cut around the edge, and then painstakingly cut all the holes out. So, I haven't figured this out yet, guys. I'm literally trying this along as you watch. So it's either going to be a silver turtle. Oh, what if? Now, what if? So if I do the first idea and put the thing underneath and I spray paint the turtle black, then the bloom underneath would really pop. With, and it would be so much easier because then all I have to do is just cut the outside. And then the bloom would be under here and come through all the holes. And then if I could leave him silver, but if I spray painted him black, he would look really cool. Or again, if I do the top, then I'd have to painstakingly cut out every single hole. And then when I put them on my painting board, it's going to be whatever's underneath. So I kind of don't like that idea though. Because the top of the turtle is going to have the bloom, which won't be very much because it's only going to be the stencil. So I think I'm going to do option A, which is to put the paint skin. I couldn't think of the word, is to put the paint skin underneath. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. And then on the actual MDF board that came with the kit, I'm going to paint it, resin it, and do like a little ocean kind of pour, and then slap the turtle on. I don't know, I haven't figured it out yet. Let's start with like step one, shall we? So, I mean, you don't need, it could be a smaller round, it doesn't have to be this big, but this is what I happen to have. Let me tell you the colors I'm using. The base color, I literally just picked random colors, okay? Like there was no thought process in this at all. This is Oceanside by Color to Go. It's a nice blue, and I figured I have a little left, should be enough to do what I'm trying to do today. And if not, I'll add some other random color to it to get the base flowing. And then I've got here Taffy by TLP. Then I'm using some fun booms, okay? Boom gel. This is a new one I just got. Mana Crab Blue, okay? Mana Crab Blue. And you just squeeze these right out of the bottle. You don't have to mix them with anything for the bloom technique. I have not used these for any other technique other than the bloom technique, okay? So then we have Frost by TLP. Then this stunning color, it's a metallic and it's marine blue, boom gel. And I get these from Fluid Art Co, fluid-art.co, C-O, okay? Then this one's also new, Mal Ringneck Blue. I don't know if I pronounced that right, but there you go. No, I skipped one. I missed one. Emerald. Emerald by TLP. I thought I'd add a little green in there for my little turtle guy. Okay, then the Mal Ringneck Blue. And then topping it off, we have Mermaid. Mermaid by TLP. So you can see I have a blue theme happening here because it's a turtle and he's in the ocean. And you can do your turtle whatever color you want. You can do greenies and browns because I know a turtle shell is like kind of brownish or whatever. Hey, the world is your ocean, your canvas, or whatever the saying is. You do whatever you do. I love blue, I'm gonna do blue. So that's what we're doing. And then of course, my cell activator is Payne's Gray by Amsterdam with Australian Floetrol. And I mix that 3 parts Australian Floetrol to 1 part paint. And then if you want to know how I mix my piggies for the perfect bloom consistency, check out video number 719. I shall link it up here at the top. All right, I have a lot of thinking to do and I really hope it's Tuesday, okay? Tuesday afternoon, and this video is supposed to go out for Saturday. I'm hoping and praying that this all dries and I get everything done and finished by Saturday. If you don't see it on Saturday, then you'll see it on Sunday. But that's the plan here, folks. All depends on how fast this dries. All right, let's get started. And I have my hair dryer. This guy I don't need right now. Let me get some paper towel. Hold on. Okay. All right, let's do this. I've actually never done this, like done a blowout on just a silicone mat. I mean, it's no different than doing it on a canvas or a wood board, but all right, so I have a feeling there's gonna be boogers in here and I hope not, but this should do it. I'm just gonna use all this up. Yes, I am. All right. Okay, and then this can get chucked into recycling. This is such a pretty color. Oceanside, color to go. Let me put the lid on. Come on. Good enough. Okay, so I'm just going to whoosh it around a little bit. Just a little. Okay. All right, let's see what happens. So, let's start with the taffy. Such a pretty blue. So yeah, the more I think about my idea, the more option A makes more sense. So we'll just see what happens. And I think I'm pretty sure I'm gonna spray paint. Oh, that is quite the goober. Brand new bottle. Brand new bottle. Let's try that again. Okay. Whew, good thing that didn't land in there. All right, and while I'm doing this, folks, don't forget Fluid Art Experience happening April 16th to 19th. I shall be there for 4 days teaching, so a total of 8 classes, and the bloom will be one of the classes I'm teaching. So come and see me. Hold on. Come and see me in Dallas, Texas in April. Okay, that is thick. She be thick. All right, good thing I got the paper towel. All right, next we have Emerald. So yeah, I'll be teaching the bloom technique, obviously the blowouts, and then I'm doing a 2-for-1 class. So basically I'm doing a resin class, but you get 2 classes in one. All right, I've never used this one either. See, there was a goober in that one too. So yeah, you get 2 classes where I'm gonna first teach you how to top coat a canvas, a painting that I make and I bring for you, all my students, to take home. So you'll get an original painting of mine and you'll get to top coat it and take it home. And then the second part of the class will be learning how to use TLPs in your resin and make an abstract piece. And I'm going to have various metal stencils, not necessarily turtles, other stencils too. I may bring this back to the center because we're moving. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Check if this was level. Too late. And yeah, I'm going to be teaching that and doing a metal stencil abstract resin piece. All right, let's add the cell activator after it's dripping everywhere. And you know what? I'm just going to do this a little bit. I hope this turns out because, you know, like I said, doing this for the first time, I mean, it's no different than a bloom, right? Okay. Oh gosh, I am making a colossal mess. Oh my gosh, Kanella. My garbage can's all the way on the other side of the room because I'm on the other side. I'm on the wrong side of the table. All right. I don't know why I bothered because I'm just going to make a mess. I don't get myself sometimes. All right, let's add this, oh geez, the cell activator, and let's blow it out. All right, easy peasy blow. All right, and again, this doesn't need to cover the entire circumference here because it's only going to be what I need to do this underneath for the turtle. So now let's let it sit for a minute. I'm going to get my straw. Okay. So while I'm letting that do its thing, what I'm going to do is just close these real quick because you have to give it time to do its thing in there and let the cells come up and all that stuff. So let's give that a minute. It looks really good though. Oh yes. So my thought is the background of the MDF is going to be primarily like either black or really dark blue, because you know, like deep into the ocean, right? Like that's my thought process, is like deep ocean blue, like into the abyss blue, and my little sea turtle is just diving down. Oh my gosh, that looks so pretty. Okay, see, you just give it time. Sit there and jibber jabber for a bit like I do, and look, I actually don't even need the straw. Everything kind of did what it needed to do. So I'm going to just kind of, that should be good. Let's spin her. Come on, Octo X. Oh wait, how funny is that? I'm doing like an ocean theme with a turtle and my thing is called, my spinner is called an Octo XL, my octopus spinner. I mean, that's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. Okay, so let's spin her out. Love it. Now, what I need to do is have it go this way. And I fear there's not enough paint to help it move, but we'll see. I'm going to shift this over here like so and spin it, and then hopefully it goes that way even just a little bit. I don't need it to cover the edges or go over the edges. I just need it big enough to cover my stencil. So let's spin her now. So let me show you guys something about, see, that's a boogie right there. So my spinners are so low to the table that even though I moved this all the way to the edge and it was gonna splatter, which you see, it did do a splatter, it kept it contained to the circumference of the actual spinner. So if the arms were longer, then yes, the it would be a wider circle of like splatter, but you can see it doesn't go flying everywhere. If you have a cake spinner and it's like yay high up off the table, then you're gonna splatter your tummy with paint. But the best part about my spinners is you don't get splattered. Okay, I need tweezers because that has got to come out. All right, there is definitely something happening here. Look at that. Oh yeah, she's a boogie. I like that, boogie. And then I saw a doggy hair right here. Got it. Such is life with huskies. Okay, so I think I'm going to leave it. Let me see. Let me pick it up and see if the center is moving. Barely moving. So now the thing is, I probably should not get the turtle dirty, even though I might spray paint him anyway. See, look at that. Now, when this dries, I can now decide where I want the paint skin to go on the turtle. I know you can't see it probably, but I promise you, this is gonna, oh, this is gonna look so good. Should I spin it one more time? One more and then I'm done. One more spinaroo. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, that's it. So I am going to let this be, and I'm gonna let it dry, and then I'm gonna be back and I'm going to peel it off and do that with you guys together. I'm gonna peel it off and then determine where the turtle's gonna go. So let me actually bring you guys in for a close-up. You have to see it, so let's do that. All right, so here's the close-up, but let me show you. Hold on, let me grab the turtle. Come on, pick it up. I can't pick it up with my gloves on. Come on, Kanella. Oh, okay, I think I got him. Why was that so hard? Okay, so here's my thought process is I'm gonna figure out where on here. Gosh, I don't want to drop anything into the painting, but he's gonna go somewhere on here like this. I'm gonna figure out where. That's the thought process. Okay, so that's the plan. So let's look at this though first really quickly. I'm gonna try and get as many cells as I can in the turtle. So here's the emerald green right there. I'm gonna turn the lights off so we can see how this shimmers, but that is going to be stunning. Gosh, I wish you guys could tell me what to do, what you think. Should I spray paint the turtle black? I don't know. All right, let's check out the shimmer. All right, so I've got the flash on. Oh la la, oh my goodness. You see, the emerald green was a great idea. Absolutely great idea. I love it. Absolutely love it. Yeah, I really think I'm gonna spray the turtle black. I don't know. I'm gonna ask Anthony. Since I can't ask you guys, I'm gonna ask my man. But look at that shimmer. Oh, stunning. Absolutely stunning. All right. Okay, so that's it for this step. I'm gonna let this baby dry. Hopefully it dries quick enough and doesn't take too long because there's a lot of steps to this because there's resin also. So that's it for now. I'm gonna come back when this is dry and we'll peel it off and we'll go from there. Okay, back with the next step. So this is now dry. Okay, and I mulled it over a lot. I couldn't decide whether I was going to keep the turtle silver or spray paint him black and then what to do. So here's my thought process. I did actually find a turtle that I had from before, but he's smaller and he is black. So I thought if I put him on black, it'll show, but it won't pop, right? But then I figured on the silver, it'll pop a lot more. And then my thought process is I'm going to paint this MDF black, okay? And then I'm going to add like a little bit of a blue hue, like maybe this color blue, and just kind of ombre it, you know, kind of blend it into the black. I want it mainly black, but I want a few hints of blue in there, okay? Now, am I gonna record the process of me just painting this board? I don't know yet. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I'll figure it out. You might see it, you might not, okay? Because there's just too many steps in this video. So that's my thought process on that. And then I'm going to take my TLP piggy paste, my white TLP piggy paste with my resin, and I'm gonna create white waves near the bottom. And I'll do that on camera. But so I have decided I'm going to do the silver turtle instead, because I feel like since that's gonna be a black, very dark base, putting a black turtle on it is he's kind of gonna disappear in that, okay? So the key now is to peel this sucker off in one piece carefully, so that I can then determine where I'm gonna lay this guy on, and I will stick it to my turtle using this 3M spray adhesive. I'm pretty sure, I don't remember where I got it. Either I got it at Michael's years ago or at Home Depot. I can't remember. But it says classic spray adhesive. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna use. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to carefully peel this off without tearing it from the sides. And the best part, like I said to you guys, is these Lolivefe mats are so perfect for doing a project like this. Actually, let me get my knife. That way, because see, it started to tear there. So if I do that, look at that, right off the edge. Okay, the Lolivefe mats are so good for a project like this because it peels off the mat so easily and it peels off so smooth. No ridges, no bumps, no lumps, nothing. So you can use this, look at that, it's like butter. Look at that. So you can use this to do like a massive paint skin like this. You can do it on a smaller Lolivefe mat, any size Lolivefe mat. But what I love about it, as you can see, is it just peels right off. Look at that. I use my little knife here, and I'm just, because it's stuck to the side here. All right, almost done here. Oh, there we go. So now that that's off, oh, you know what the best part is? My Lolivefe mat was filthy, but guess what? Do that, look how easy this is peeling, like butter. Oh my gosh. But look how clean the mat is. And look at the back. It's all dirty from what was stuck on the mat before. Look at this. I love it. All right, I'm gonna take this off because it's sticking to the mat. Put that under there. I'm gonna put them actually on here because it'll also stick to this because there's plastic on this. And look at that, my board is clean because there's plastic on it. So there you go. Oh, look, see, look, my hand is dirty. Where did I don't want to get anything dirty. Pull out the trusty baby wipes. You should always have baby wipes in your studio. I mean, it's a must. Look. You don't want to get anything dirty or contaminate anything with any wet paint. Okay, there we go. Always keep baby wipes on hand. Okay, so let's bring this guy over here. I know, I'm gonna try and zoom in so you guys can kind of see, but see here, see how it slides nicely? I mean, look at this. I love it. It peeled off so nicely. Oh, the things you can do with this. All right, so now the key is to figure out where I want this turtle to go. What part of the cells do I want? I know I'm gonna lose some parts that I really like. I mean, that's just the way of the game, but if you can try and find the best place to put the turtle, right? Like you can put it down, but don't like move it around, kind of lift and turn, because you don't want to scratch. I don't know if you can scratch it, but you might. You don't want to scratch it, right? I'm trying to get this beautiful part to be like the center of the turtle, but oh, I think I found it. I think I did. I think I did. And you know what? You could always take, like, let's say you love a piece from over here. You can cut it out and like attach it from like here down if you want. So you can get more of the cells and the hands, you know, or the fins or whatever you want to call them. So you can do that too. But today I'm just going to pick, yeah, I think I'm going to do it like this. Okay, I'm going to continue until I figure out where I want to put it, and I shall be right back. Okay, I figured out where I want to put them. This is exactly where I want to put them. So what I need to do is spray the back of the turtle, and then I'm going to stick them and put them on here. And then maybe put something heavy on top so that it sticks. But I don't want to lose where I've placed him. So I'm just going to do like a little outline, if this even works. Maybe I'll just get an actual pen instead of an inky pen. Let me see. Oh, much better. Yeah, get a regular pen, not an inky pen. Okay, so I'm just kind of tracing like just a little bit where his face and that's gonna go, so that when I put this back down, I kind of know where it's gonna go. Yeah. Because then I have to cut him out. That'll be fun. Okay, so let's move him here. Yep, okay, I can see that now. Okay, just take some random scrap piece of paper here. I have a bigger one. I've never done this before, all right? So, like I said, learning as I go. All right, and I mean, should you spray this outside? Maybe, but I mean, who's going outside to do that when it's minus 25 out? Not this girl. All right, so I hope this isn't clogged, and yes, it does look like it's clogged. Okay. Okay, I don't want to do too much because I don't want it bubbling and seeping through just like that over there. So here goes nothing. Oh gosh. Okay, I can see, I know you probably can't, but I can see where that went. Oh gosh, that is sticky. That is so sticky, and it does stink. It really does stink. Oh my gosh, it is so sticky. She's so sticky. I mean, that is really sticky. Did I mention how sticky that is? Okay, so his one arm went here, and his leg went right there, and I got him. I got him where I want him. Oh, he stuck so well. Oh, I like it. Okay, I need to put something heavy on it. Guess I'm getting my board back. Oh, come on, reach. Okay, I'm gonna do that. And my hands are so sticky. Man, this stuff is great. I'm gonna clean the tip. Clean the tip, okay? Clean the tip. There we go. That's great. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to the next step. Be right back. All right, so I did not let that sit forever because this girl has zero patience. So, what? So sticky. You might want to cover your work surface. Yeah. Okay. Cover your surface because if you get that stuff on something, I think you're in trouble. I just tried to clean it off with rubbing alcohol and it's not even coming off with that, which I don't care because this is a plastic layer over my Lolivefe mat. But if you're doing this like on a table, your kitchen table or whatever, may I suggest you widely cover it and protect your surface, okay? Now I'm gonna cut this guy out. I have this, use a piece of cardboard if you want, which I don't happen to have any down here, but I have this cutting mat. It's not big, but it shall do. And I have a very sharp utility knife. So now I'm going to cut around the turtle. I'm gonna speed you up because you don't really need to see me do that for the next 15 to 20 minutes or however long it's gonna take. So I'll be back. Okay, everybody, that is done. Okay, so I'm going to actually, I tell you this spray, oh, I've learned my lesson, let me tell you. Now, you can always keep the little extra pieces for something else, jewelry making, or keychains, which I make a lot of. So yeah, look at that, extra pieces. Okay, I cannot stress enough how important it is to have a very, very, very sharp utility knife. But be careful with it, obviously. So there you go, there it is. He's ready. Okay, and then that's what the back looks like. And then be careful, don't poke your finger. It's very, very soft, okay? Don't poke your finger through one of the holes. The other idea that I had said was to put the skin on top and then cut all the holes out. You could do that. Boy, oh boy, is that ever going to take you a really long time to cut it out? But I mean, you can do it. So that is that. I'm going to let him sit here and, you know, dry or whatever. And I am going to paint my board. So I'm going to paint my board. And then I'm gonna come back for the next step. And I don't think I'm gonna record the board part, just paint it black. Do whatever you like, I'll be back. All right, great. All right, everybody, back for the next step. So here's the thing. When you have time to sit and wait for things, because you know, this is a multi-step process thing, and you have time to sit and ponder and think and wonder, what if I did this and what if I did that? You have a lot of time to make a lot of decisions. So a lot of the thoughts I had were, you know, do like an ocean theme and, you know, put some blue in the background or maybe like an ombre background. None of that worked. None of it, I liked it. So I literally just painted the base black and the sides black. I used my Amsterdam oxide black and then I used one of these rollers, foam rollers from the dollar store. It's wrapped in plastic because I don't want it to dry out. And I basically just rolled it on, okay? Here's my turtle. How cute is he? Okay, and I'm glad I left him silver because you see how he's kind of shining against the light that I have in here? It's almost like he's underwater and the sun is like glaring down into the ocean. Isn't that kind of cool? I think that's cool. So I'm glad I left him silver. Okay, so here's the thing. I've got my Krystal Resin. Okay, this is the Rook from Krystal Resin. And again, you can always buy that and save yourself 7% off using code Kanella7. And you can buy your Rook resin here in Canada. If you are in the US, you can get Rook resin, but you'll have to order it from Canada. It'll ship from Canada and you will get hit with the tariffs, unfortunately. However, you can order regular Krystal Resin, which is just as great as the Rook resin. And that ships from a US warehouse, so you don't actually have to pay any fees. So you can get the original Krystal Resin from the US warehouse. Again, save 7% using code Kanella7. All right, so I've already gone ahead and mixed it up. And I've got here my heat gun. This is for the waves that I'm planning on doing. And then this one is my big guy for warming up the resin when I put it on. Then I put a little bit here in this little cup, and I've got my TLP Piggy High Tide paste, okay? And I'm gonna put just a little bit of that in here. Okay, so that took a little bit. I had to kind of heat it up with my heat gun. It's been a couple of years since I've used it. So there you go. There's the High Tide Piggy paste. All right, let's get a move on. So I'm going to, what I've decided is I'm going to keep this nice and black and sleek. That's what I'm going to do. I hope I made enough resin. Goodness. Maybe, maybe not. We'll find out in a minute. All right, let's see what happens. I left a little bit in the cup just in case. So I'm going to warm it up with the heat gun so I can spread it more easily, whatever, you know what I mean. All right, so I'm just gonna use my hand and spread it out. Now, because I'm doing the sides, I gotta make sure that the sides are covered. And there is going to be a final top coat going on this. So I'm not like crazy concerned if, oh, I didn't have enough. I'll make this enough to, you know, work my way around this whole board. Okay, and so here's my thought process. It's gonna be really simple, minimalistic. Picture the ocean at night. Late at night, in the dark, the ocean looks black, right? Am I right? So I'm thinking dark ocean and a couple of waves crashing, you know, that kind of thing. So that's my thought process. So it's basically going to be all black. The only thing that's going to pop on here is going to be the sea turtle with the bloom design in him or her, whatever. And then I'm going to do a couple of waves, like, you know, foamy waves. And that's it. There's a blue fluff. Get that out. Okay, so that's my thought process. It's going to be simple because I want the turtle to pop. Okay, that is my goal, is the turtle to pop. All right, I'm going to take that off. Let's heat it up again. Okay, so my thought process is to do a couple of waves down. My goodness, someone really is trying to get a hold of me. A couple of waves down here, and then I'm going to do like maybe one little guy up here and then one here, and that is it. All right, so let's start with down here, and I really hope I do this right. I'm sorry, this is so annoying. I mean, whoever is messaging me, that's a little excessive. And I know it's not Anthony, so, because he would never. All right, so I don't want to mess this up. I do not want to mess this up. So let's start with a little wave down here. Okay, and we're gonna do another wave up here. Let's start with that. Okay, you can see I did it very light, not really big, and I'm using this because I like this little flat attachment. I love it so far. The only thing I'm mad about is that part. I kind of blew it, thought I'd try something different, and I kind of mucked it up. So I'm gonna add just a smidgen. I don't know if that's a good idea. That doesn't look like a smidgen, but you know. Oh, yes, I love it. Okay, so then I'm not going to do it now, but I want to just kind of lay him kind of here and see where he's going to go without dropping it. Oh my goodness. So I'm thinking kind of like this. Oh man, I love it. No, like this. Yep. So what I want to do is I think I'm going to do just one, actually. I think I'm going to do one little one by his fin, and then that's it. This is going to be stunning. Stunning. Okay, where's his fin? Okay, right there, like right here. I can't mess this one up. I cannot mess this one up. Did I go too high? I don't know. I don't know if I did. I hope I did not just mess that up. Sometimes less is more. I think I did mess that up. I think I should have left it. I think I should have left it. Yep. Oh, I wish you guys could yell at me right now and tell me what to do. Yep. Okay, and let me get another glove. Sometimes less is more, my friends, but guess what? This is a super easy fix because, and this is why I left a little bit of resin in the cup. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is just scrape the white off. I need a smaller stick. Just scrape it off. See? like so. Okay. The question now is, sugar, do I have enough in here to cover up what I just wiped out? But again, don't forget, there is going to get a final top coat on here, right? Always leave a little bit of extra resin. You never know when you're gonna need it, honestly. All right, that's enough. Yeah, that's plenty. Let me heat it up. Okay, perfect. Gonna use my hand to just, there you go. And wham, there you go. Bob's your uncle, or whatever the saying is. There we go. Oh yeah, I love it. Loving it, loving it. Simple, plain, you know? Very simplistic. See, I didn't even need that much of this. You don't need much. Okay, I'm gonna give it one last flyover with the heat gun. Okay, then I need my tweezers because I see a little fluffy right there. Okay, get the little fluffies out. That's a must. So here's what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna let this sit for about an hour, okay? Gonna let it get tacky, sticky, you know, that kind of thing. You don't want to put your little stencil on right away, especially if you don't have like a skin under it and you just slap them on. The resin will seep through the holes of the stencil, and you don't want that because then it'll overflow to on top, the top portion of your stencil, and you don't want that. So give it about an hour, even two. Let it get sticky and tacky, and then come back down, or go back to your piece. In my case, come back down to the studio and put the turtle on, okay? Oh, this is perfect. Oh, yes. Lots of little floosters, probably because I'm wearing the worst sweater because it's got like Juno hair all over it. Okay, so oh my gosh, this is gonna look so good because it's so minimal. I love it. Okay, I'm gonna let this be, and I'm gonna come back in like 2 hours, and I'm gonna put the turtle on it. I'm not gonna take a video of me doing that. I'm just literally gonna slap them on and walk away, okay? So yeah, I'm not even gonna attempt anything in case I get more floof in there. So I will be back for the next step, or even the final step, okay? The next step again is going to be to put the turtle on here in about 2 hours, and then I'm gonna let this sit and cure overnight, and then tomorrow I'm gonna do a final top coat, okay? So I'll be back. Okay, everybody, next step. Okay, so last night, after I did the waves and everything, I said, I'm gonna come back in like 2 hours and slap the turtle on when the resin gets tacky and sticky. I went upstairs and I sat and I watched some TV, and you know, I was like, okay, it's like 10 o'clock, I'm tired, I'm going to bed. I literally was about to head on upstairs and something said to me, oh my gosh, the turtle. Thank goodness I remembered and came back down and slapped the turtle on while the resin was still wet, because that would have sucked. Because if you, and I always set a timer for myself for a reminder. I'll like tell Siri to set a 2-hour timer, and then it would have reminded me. But for some reason, I didn't remember to do that yesterday. And I almost forgot to put the turtle on while the resin was still wet. So if that ever happens to you, then you're just gonna have to put another clear coat on top, then slap the turtle on, and then add a third, like, final top coat. But then it just gets heavy, and that's a lot of resin. So you don't want to do that, all right? I almost made that mistake yesterday. So you could leave this the way it is. You could. And you could leave it so that the turtle, you know, you could feel the texture of the turtle. And you could leave it like that. But I actually would rather cover it because it also protects the paint skin over time from yellowing or fading or, you know, who knows, right? So I would rather, personally for me, add a top coat on top because, I mean, this guy isn't going anywhere. He's really stuck on there. But I would prefer to just cover him and put him under here. Not to mention it, the resin will make the paint skin pop more. You know what I mean? It'll make it look better. So you notice I went around him and not on him because I am going to use the heat gun to warm up the resin. And I worry if you use the heat gun directly on the paint skin, you might melt it. So again, I've never done this, but I assume that's what's going to happen. So don't do that. Okay, so I'm just going to use my fingers because I love the way it feels. I love using my fingers to spread the resin on my pieces. Some people use like a plastic card or something. I prefer using my hands because I can actually feel where the resin is going and if I've missed a spot. So again, I don't know if I mentioned this in one of the other 3 parts of this video over the last week that I've been doing this. If you want to learn how to use resin, how to mix it, how to top coat your pieces, you can check out video number 429, okay? Video 429 is a very good tutorial on resin. Okay, so now I gotta push it all here into the center and cover Mr. Turtle. Mr. Sea Turtle. Oh yeah. This is gonna look so good. I love that I left it black because it's so mysterious now, you know? I like it. And then the only thing that's popping is the bloom color, the bloom skin. But everything else is black. And there's something about the white waves on the black that looks so good. All right, so I'm done with that. Put that in there, that in there. Garbage. Okay, I'm gonna heat it up one more time. Okay, and I know I just said, oh, putting the heat gun over the paint skin might melt it, but there is a layer of resin on it. But you still don't want to overheat it, okay? You don't want to do that. So don't keep the heat gun in the same spot for a long period of time. All right, so that's it. So my next step within the next 5-10 minutes is to check and make sure there's no floofies or hairs or anything that have fallen into it. And then I'll give it about 5 minutes and I'll come and I will just hit it with the torch because there are still probably a few little minuscule, teeny tiny micro bubbles that are still coming to the surface. And I always like to use the torch to pop those last bubbles. I don't like using the heat gun again because then you're just like really warming up the resin again, as opposed to the torch is just a really quick flyover. All right, so that is it. Oh, there's a fluffy. There's a fluffy. And that's it. So I love it. He's so cute. Ah, see, I like that he's covered because he's shiny now. Okay, so I'm going to let this cure, and tomorrow I'm going to come back and I'm going to peel off the tape from the bottom, and then it's going to be done and ready to go. So I'll be back for that final step. All right, everybody, it is the next day, and it is the final step of this multi-process, very, very long video that took me like a week to do from start to finish. So look, it's done. Don't mind the reflections, but look at that. I mean, he's perfect. Just perfect. Look at that. So here's the back. It's got all of the little the painter's tape, and then all the little resin drips on the bottom. So you guys all know how I take care of those resin drips is you take your heat gun and you are going to just go like this when it's on and warm up the edges, okay? You don't want to do it on the top. Just do the back here along the edge where the tape seam is, little bits at a time, and it'll peel off like butter. All right, so I'm going to speed you guys up while I do this, or it's going to take too long. All right, there you have it. Look how clean the back is. Crisp, clean edges. I cannot tell you how important it is to do a good taping job. Do you notice how I'm not touching any part of the top with my fingertips? Do not touch the top with your fingers. You're gonna get fingerprints in the resin, and you don't wanna do that. I'm not even using my fingertips to like touch the sides. You can see I'm using my palms. Okay, do not touch the top, but let's take a look at this. I mean, I am so unbelievably pleased with this piece, and now I want to do more, and I'm very excited about this because I just love the simplicity of it, but I love the black, the dark black on this. So I'm going to put it down, and then I'm going to bring you guys in for a close-up the other way. So there you have it, my friends. This was a long video. I apologize, but I know some of you actually like long videos, so there you go. But it was a very long process, very long steps, very many steps, but took like, all in all, I don't know, 4 or 5 days. But I'm so pleased with how this turned out. I'm loving the bloom underneath the turtle. It just pops. And I love the black base with the white waves. It's just perfect for me. I love it. I would love to know what you guys think about it in the comments below. It is a 16-inch round. If anyone is interested in this piece, email me at kanellaciraco@gmail.com. And you can purchase it. All right. And again, there's very minimal kits available, this turtle kit. So head on over to lolivefe.com. Link is in the description below, and place your order. And if you're one of the 25 first people, don't forget you get that silicone mat and scraper for free. $39 value for free. So head on over to Lolivefe. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. FAE, Spokane, Washington. All that info is in the description. Check the description below, guys, and get all the information there. So that is it for me for now. Until next time, my friends, thank you so much for watching. Have a good day. Have a good night, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye.